Hello and welcome to E is for Dragon, an Eragon reread podcast. I'm your host Charlie.
I'm Nick.
I'm Sean.
And Nick's on summary this week.
Yeah, today we got three interesting chapters. Always interesting, you know. Some more interesting than others. The first chapter we've got is of reading and plots, and then we move to thieves in the castle, and we wrap up with a costly mistake.
Reading and Plots is like my favourite YA novel.
Of Reading and Plots, it's so great. It's a chapter that's a whole 2 and a bit pages. So we begin with Eragon learning to read, which is an incredible feat. It takes him a whole week to learn to read, which, I mean, I don't know, we're going to talk about that one later. There's a bit of a training montage. He kind of falls into a daily routine of waking up, having some food, reading, fighting with Brom, visiting Saphira and saying, "I miss you so much," and then going to sleep. We get some news about how things are going really badly in Teirm. There's attacks on the coast, there's people disappearing, and finally we reach the end of the week, and Eragon finds out that they're probably going to leave Teirm within the next day or two, after one last job. He's not so sure about leaving Teirm because, he's finally fallen into a normal routine again, and is about to uproot again, which he's kind of upset about. So he goes to sleep and has a terrible, very clear dream of a young woman crying in a prison cell. And he wakes up and is crying, and that's the end of the chapter. So, next, Thieves in the Castle. We've got a heist, kind of. When I remember this chapter, it feels like it was a lot more important than it actually is. Yeah, it just must have had a really big impression on me when I read it the first time. But in this chapter, Brom, Jode, and Eragon walk into Jode's office, go next door to the other clerk's office, and read some scrolls frantically. They're really tense about it. It's great. Solemnbom has a surprise cameo as a little human boy. He's keeping watch, and he tells Eragon that there are guards on the way. So they frantically read for one last minute. They scramble outside, lock the door, and manage to bluff their way out and are escorted back to their house. Which, short heist. Kind of follows the format of a regular heist, I guess. But, you know. The next thing they do is they dissect all the records because they were going into the office to try track the trading of their satyr oil. To see where the Razak may have been hiding, and they name a lot of places and narrow it down to Dras Leona. So they decide that is probably where they will head next, and they wrap up for the night. In the morning, we move to the chapter A Costly Mistake. We open with Eragon and Brom leaving Jode and Helen. Brom says some atrocious things to Helen, which is like, "You were a great host." That's terrible. It's awful. Anyway, I hope she recovers from this. There's a cute little reunion between Saphira and Eragon where they go flying because they haven't been in contact for a few weeks now. And Eragon finally comes and confronts Brom about all the secrets that Brom's been hiding. Which, good on him for finally realizing that Brom's been hiding secrets from him, I guess. And he's pieced it all together after learning how to read, you know? So we'll talk about it more when we get to the chapter, but some cliff notes. We've got the news that there's a war about the riders in general between the Empire and the Varden, which are the resistance force. We find out that Brom is part of or has very close ties to the Varden. He thinks that the Varden are a dangerous political force, and even though they're the resistance, they're doing things right. You should still be wary of what they're doing. And Brom says, yes, I knew your mother. Woohoo. After this, there's a series of mistakes. First, Eragon sees some tracks, then jumps over a river, falls over and breaks his arm, which is very bad for him. The thing that he was looking at was actually the prince from an Urgle. And he alerts Brom and Saphira, and they start fleeing from the Urgles, which are probably nearby. They are shortly tracked and attacked, and the Urgles confront Eragon, saying, we want to take you to our master. Eragon blows them all up with too much magic. Saphira rips a guy in half, and at the end of the chapter, Eragon passes out from exhaustion as they fly away to escape. Alright.
Solid.
Alright.
So.
The costly mistakes.
There's a lot of costly
There's a lot of
mistakes.
costly mistakes in that bad boy, but I guess we'll get to that in half an hour.
Slaps chapter, this bad boy commits so many costly mistakes.
You said before we started recording that you had many thoughts on Eragon learning how to read.
Yeah, well, because my initial thought was like, that's stupid. No way you can learn to read in a week. But, I mean, we don't know that they're speaking English.
That's true, but I have notes. Where is this? He's, the rune, this is the letter A.
Yeah.
So, like, are they using the, or is this just like a...
Yeah, this is a translation, actually.
Exactly, this is this is like a Lord of the Rings style. Oh, actually, this was translated from whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
speak
It's
a different
learn.
But, like, for example, all like the back in ye olde the days or whatever, people in Wales learned how to read in like a week because it was just actually phonetic, and that uses the Latin alphabet.
That's true.
That's true.
You could have the letter A and learn how to read in a week if your language is sensible.
Yeah, I mean, Allegatia is just like, they're not going to be speaking a language as complicated as English because it doesn't have
It doesn't have any borders.
It has no borders. It's
The
like,
world disappears on like every side of the map, as they discuss later.
yeah, and humans just kind of came over in one conglomerated.
They're just kind of there.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
showed
they
up.
came from the same starting point, so there's not a lot of like linguistic interaction to
Yeah.
create like a couple together.
So maybe they're talking
So I
a
kind
normal
of,
language.
I kind of went from like, this is stupid little boy, you don't know how reading works, and then thought, okay, but if you can already speak the language,
Yeah, I think it does make
and
some
it's
sense
actually
now.
and like it's actually written in a sensible way that's not a conglomeration of like 3 different root languages. Yeah, no, you could learn to read.
Yeah, I'm choosing to believe that
Like
they
you
are
can
speaking
learn,
Welsh.
you can learn to read Welsh in like from zero in like a week. Same with like Korean, because it was like designed to be easy to learn to read.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to come around on it, and I had to be in my head like, I'm sorry, little Chris, back in the day. Maybe you weren't so stupid. I don't think he
beating up
thought
a
about any
teenager.
of this, but in my brain I was like, "Tuff."
You're just making excuses for him, come on.
Maybe it's like we all learned how to read when we were kids, and it was harder when we were kids.
Because we
you
didn't
know?
speak English very well because we were 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be harder or easier. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no concept of how it is to learn to read a language you already speak.
Yeah.
But still, I would hate to learn English all over again.
Holy
God,
shit,
would
bro.
hate it. No, it'd be so difficult.
It's difficult enough just learning English while you still speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bit where he was like, after a week I could read like a whole page, and I was just like, what do you mean you can read a whole page? That's crazy. It was like, okay, but he knows what words mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as he can read the letters, he can just
Actually,
read.
that's fine.
It makes sense.
He's hacked it.
like,
Man, I love that he calls, Brom calls it a letter, and he in his mind are like, the rune.
yeah,
That's really cute.
during a rune, and it's just A.
Oh, he closes his eyes and he's like dreaming of letters and words.
He's Queen's Gambiting. Putting my books together. It's very sweet.
Seeing the words moving in his mind. That's what happens when I read.
Yeah, honestly. I'm not making pictures.
I'm pictures actually.
No, yeah, I did think that a week was really quick, but having gone over that.
Thinking
maybe,
more, it's within reason.
maybe it's
Yeah, it
reasonable.
could be. I don't think we ever get any law building on what language they're speaking other than the ancient language, or maybe like a bit of Dwarvish.
Yeah.
So whatever their common is, it could just be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call it in Star Wars? I can't be bothered. Like galactic normal or some shit.
I don't know.
Something common adjacent. Yeah.
But a cool alphabet, though.
Yeah.
Not that I know much about Star Wars.
It's probably like standard or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Galactic Standard, I
Galactic
think.
Standard. That sounds like something.
Yeah.
Please don't cancel us if you are a Star Wars fan and are listening.
Please don't cancel us if you're a Star Wars hater and you're mad at us for bringing it up. I do really want to see Andor. It looks kind of good.
I watched a few episodes. It's pretty good. Alright, so what else happens in this chapter?
They do the classic heist thing where they're like, okay, I'm going to tell you the plan. Skip forward.
Yeah.
You don't learn the plan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, also, they him and Brom are showing off in front of the servants for like every night this
Yeah,
week.
every night.
Yeah, and all of the young
Where
the
are
young
these
boys.
actions coming from?
Well, they might not be. They're in like a flash part of town. I think they're just like rich little boys and girls with like lollipop or whatever.
Little German boy.
And they've lost their parents in horrific accidents.
Yeah, because everybody's dying.
Everybody's
in
dying in
Teirm.
Teirm.
What's going on?
Oh, I don't think they ever come back to it.
I don't think they ever, like, there are high-ranking nobles being dragged from their houses and killed in the streets, and everyone's like, okay,
Normal.
well, yeah, like, it's fine. Yeah, and, like, maybe it comes up when we come back to Teirm in book 2, but
Maybe?
I don't think so. I think he probably forgot about
I
it.
don't think I remember anything
I think it's
about
just
that.
vibes.
Yeah.
Like, things are going badly vibes.
Yeah.
I don't really remember anything about that. Like the trade route stuff kind of makes some sense, but like shit's going down in the city.
Yeah.
What's the point in your huge wall?
It's the guards
All
killing
three
people.
of them. walls.
People just get let in and out of the walls anyway, so why does it matter?
Yeah, like, when they got let in, they don't get searched or anything. Like, nobody cares. They're
They
like,
don't have to
"Hi,
show any papers. They don't have to do anything.
I'm an old man with brain fever. Please let me into your city." And they're like, okay.
Well, at least if you're coming in before 6 p.m.
Yeah, you can't be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Only nighttime guys are bad.
I mean, to be fair, there are some kind of beasties and evil guys who go in the night.
That's true. Oh, that's such a classic. I love evil night monsters. People have been so scared of the dark.
Wait, there is a line later on that Brom says the Razak couldn't beat me during the day.
Yeah, they're afraid of the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts their little bug eyes.
They are night guys.
They are night
Yeah, they're
guys.
night guys.
All the night
but
guys are evil.
they can travel during the
They
day,
can.
so like they probably could.
They can't-
I mean, the guard probably would look at them,
And be like,
I'm not sure that they
well-
could have their hood so far down for the entire
Hide their
conversation.
beaks.
Yeah, the guard might pick up on that. Maybe this is a perfect anti-Razak, but like nothing else.
Bro, they're jumping over the wall.
They're jumping
They've
so
got their
high.
epic jump power.
And
That's
they're
true.
demolishing it.
They do have triple jump.
Triple jump. Well, if I saw someone double jump in real life, I think my brain would just explode.
Yeah,
and
I'd probably
die.
throw up.
Mostly out of jealousy.
Yeah. It should have been me.
I don't care if something good happened to you; it should have happened to me. I know this chapter's really short, but I think there's like an interesting little moment of resentment towards Saphira,
Yeah.
where he's just like
I'll never be able to settle down while Saphira is around.
Yeah,
and he-
settle
yeah.
down as like a normal guy.
Yeah.
which it's like
Which is true, but you're cooler now.
yeah, you were way more swag. But yeah, I like obviously he has like complicated feelings about his whole life being destroyed and being uprooted and stuff. And I just like I like how adversarial their relationship is just in general. Like they're besties, but the girls are fighting sometimes. And like I just hope that it keeps getting fleshed out. Maybe it's evil of me to want to see the main characters fight, but I think if they were
They can fight for the sake of like a dynamic relationship.
exactly if they were just like best friends all the time and like no arguing and blah blah blah, I think it would just be really boring. So it's like it's cool to see even this like
even like they're in each other's minds, but they still don't always get along. That's
exactly,
good.
and also just like this early in the series to have Eragon have like complicated feelings about stuff is cool.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of books where the main characters are just like standing there and don't do anything and don't feel anything and are like really boring guys. And Eragon he's a real little guy.
Real
He's
little
got
guy,
lots of
real
feelings.
feelings.
It's nice. His Dream of Aria is hilarious.
Return of the Single
Single
Tear.
tear watch
Single
alert!
tear.
Like a shining diamond on her cheek. Absolutely beautiful.
Pretty good.
I think Single Tear Watch, this is number 5.
About that,
About
yeah.
that.
Like at least 4.
I want to go through and
I think we're
highlight.
making some of them up, but it's
There's no
like,
way. I'm not making them up, first of all. I'm not making them up. I remember, like,
I don't
ages
know about
ago.
5. I think 4. I think we're on 4.
We're on 5.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, I don't know about 5, but 4 feels really correct. I don't know, I haven't been keeping track.
Because earlier, you guys were like, there's no way this was another Single Tear Watch. There's no way.
It was.
And not on this chapter, ages ago.
Yeah, I know.
It
You
was.
were right. There was a single tear. But at a different point, I think that Brom was crying, but it wasn't a single tear.
We just said it was single tear
of
vibes.
Yeah, I think that he was just crying. He may have had more than one tear, and we may have kind of, for dramatic effect, reduced it a little.
I'm going to have to go through and do some research.
I'm not too sure.
This woman cries a single tear, but Eragon is crying uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Bro, she's just sitting on the
Yeah.
ground.
Fucking sobbing.
You don't even know her.
Yeah.
Me when I see a woman.
Yeah, honestly, me
sad.
when I see any woman being sad for a minute, I'll kill myself for you, queen.
Well,
Sean Kingston was right. A beautiful woman, I will kill myself.
Kill myself immediately. You don't know Sean Kingston Beautiful Girls? The track of
Oh,
Yeah.
2009? When
Oh,
it came out?
I know
Eight, maybe.
the song.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know who Sean Kingston is. It really didn't land for me at all.
He sings it.
I don't know that he ever did anything else, but he did make the most relatable song in the world.
He had a few.
Oh, did he? That's so long ago. I was barely a youngin' then.
Alright, let's talk about the heist, I guess.
What's the nap?
Huh?
He awakes from his nap into golden sunlight. What's the nap?
I was just
And
having a
Well,
nap.
I think what you got to understand is that it really is epic to have an afternoon nap.
Yeah, because this is
As
like
a connoisseur
nighttime
of
heist.
afternoon naps, awaking at sunset with streams of sunlight across you.
Oh, so you're
you
awaking
are
at
very
sunset
comfortable.
now?
You do.
That's really funny, because I heard.
I have awoken at sunset many times. The outlier needn't be counted.
Okay.
It's a nighttime heist.
It's a nighttime
It has to be a
heist.
nighttime heist, because
Well,
only
obviously.
bad things happen at nighttime.
Yeah.
That's why people aren't letting them.
Lit into Teirm. And also,
I hate
guess
him
if
and
they-
his stupid bow, by the way.
What,
Why
are you
did
gonna fire them
Why'd you bring your
inside?
bow?
He brings his bow. He strings his bow inside this building. He never unstrings it. Like, those guards find him and he's got his strung bow.
He's just standing there like,
And they're
"Hi."
just like,
This is normal. You guys got lost.
yeah, I know we've got a bit to talk about before it, but those guards really just like video game style, like, I see the door is locked. You may go as you wish.
It must have been the wind.
Like, oh, in that case, you are free to go.
This is definitely like a,
This is so suspicious. Why would they let him go?
it's definitely D&D mission where the DM was really tired and didn't want to
Didn't want to
didn't want to
do a
make them do
combat.
anything. Actually, was like, oh, you rolled a 14 on your charisma. Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. They pass. You pass. It's whatever.
You can go, I guess.
Brom has zero respect for dex builds.
No.
He's clanning on Jode for his rapier.
Toad watch.
sticker.
Toad watch.
Toad watch.
Total
Another mention of toads.
that toad
Toad
sticker is too
sticker.
thin for any real fighting. What's a flamberge?
A really fucked up sword. They're
They're the curvy
wavy
ones?
ones.
The
that,
wavy ones,
when you
yeah.
stab people with them, the wounds like fucked up and you can't sew them. Basically, it's like the original. Do you know those like twist knives that I think it's a myth? They're like banned by the Geneva Convention or whatever. But like they're
Yeah, like
three-sided
the-
blade
yeah, I've
twist
seen
knives,
those.
and they make really really hard to heal wounds.
Oh my god.
And Flameburge is the medieval version of that.
Pretty cool.
Which, of course,
Of course, the guard
won't
doesn't have that.
Those are, first of all, illegal, and second of all, so hard to make.
Yeah, these are just regular guards. This guy's like drunk on watch. He does not have a flash sword,
He's got
and
a
you can
dagger.
he can stick his toad sticker through someone's eye. Like it'll be fine.
Easily. It's infuriating. Like, what are you? You're a battle mage, and you're
takes
getting
it-
mad at a rogue. I'm
He's a
gonna kill
gish.
you.
He's getting mad about it. He takes the fucking time to be mad about this rapier, and he doesn't say, "Eragon, where's your fucking sword?
Yeah.
Where's do you have a knife? Like, why have you got your bow? We're going inside."
Range builds don't work in here.
Like, if he has anyone to be mad at.
Well, Eragon's like fully embracing that he can fight with magic now.
Yeah, well,
which I don't think he should.
Which, let's
I
see
don't
how
think
that
he
one
should.
works
He's
out.
not-
That turned out to a
good at it.
mistake. Perhaps costly.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe
that
a costly mistake.
perhaps he makes costly mistakes when he doesn't have time to think through his magic.
So stupid. Like, Brom, no respect for party comp at all. He was not thinking. Ugh.
Brom keeps being made out to be so smart, but I just don't feel it. I don't
He's
see it.
Not a smart man.
No.
He's a fucking moron.
He's got no respect for scholars, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think cobbled together all the lore you know? Wasn't you.
He's just such a bitch to Jode. Jode's like a scholar turned guild merchant. The fact that he can fight with a rapier at all is pretty good.
Exactly.
Jode's doing amazing.
He's such
Maybe.
a bitch to Jode, and he's like in his house eating his food.
Yeah, he's living in his house eating his food and saying fuck you to his wife.
Yeah.
Wait,
We'll get
We'll
to
get to
that.
that.
he should have taught Eragon this unlocking doors spell maybe first thing.
Yeah.
It is
I think that
incredibly
he
useful.
didn't want to teach him that because then if he locked a door, Eragon could come through it.
Keep that boy out of my business.
Yeah, he's so mad when he finds out he got eavesdropped on. What if he could fucking just open the door and walk in? He'd be so angry.
What are you talking about in here? Haha. Yeah, I like most of this is just
They go
them
and
reading.
They read the shipping records.
Yeah, they're reading shipping records. They're reading really, really hard. Solemnbum turns up in boy mode.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
shocked.
let's go.
I thought we didn't see him in boy mode till like Soda.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think that was like till book 2 even.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
happy. I love his shaggy hair.
It's so funny, little pointy teeth.
Like a sprig of rosemary in there or something.
Holly.
Holly and
Holly-
his hair.
Holly
yeah.
and his hair.
He's so cute.
He's
I
so
love him.
funny.
What's he doing up there?
Just hanging out.
Get up
He's
there.
nosy.
Yeah, he saw them
He
from
saw
Angela's
them
house.
leaving in the middle of the night and was like, well, that's sus.
Yeah, werecats know
I'm
traders.
going.
They love to know everything.
Yeah, and they know everything and they're epic.
Just jumping around on the rooftops.
Jumping about on the rooftop, he's turning up and being like, hee, why do you think they call me a werecat? Fool.
Oh, I did give you information.
Oh, perhaps. Oh, I suppose I did tell you something.
So
and then just
funny.
leaves. Yeah, that's it.
My job here is done. You didn't do anything.
He did enough.
He
Yeah, he
helped
kind of helped them big
them.
time. He
It
kind
is
of.
very cat-like, actually.
Yeah, he
I
is.
think it's
Yeah,
good.
he's so
He's
good.
the number one cat boy of all time, I think, just personally. Yeah, if he hadn't showed up, they would have been fucked. It's insane that they didn't put somebody on watch, or
Oh,
at
yeah.
least, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, keep
Yeah,
somebody close to the
they
door.
waited a week to teach Eragon to read, but he could have been on watch even if he couldn't read.
Yeah. That he could have been, like, scrying as a sensor, like, just outside the room.
Yeah,
like,
they didn't think about, like, the guard timetables. They should have really done that, like, pretty soon into a shift so that they wouldn't be swapping, and they would probably...
They
They
should
wouldn't
have
have had
bribed the
the
guy better
problem.
instead of asking nicely to go in and
yeah,
then
please,
giving him
and
money.
Giving him two
Yeah.
little coins.
Yeah.
Give him as much money as you have.
Yeah, you're about to leave town forever.
If this fucks up, you die or go to prison, which is bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it is a poorly planned heist, and we're kind of like heist connoisseurs in this house, so
In this house we love heists.
a
This
bit
house
mad
we love
about
heists.
it. Yeah, none of their planning is good. Brom is a moron. I can't believe it. Like, it's,
The heist part is like the thing goes wrong and then they fix it somehow, but the fixing it somehow is because they had Solemnbum actually warning them.
yeah, and
you know?
Brom doesn't even know Solemnbum exists.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Things
a
are
bad
just going to
plan.
go wrong as part of the plan,
Yeah.
you know?
Really,
Anyway.
really bad heist planning. They should have had another week on this at least to maybe think about it a little bit. Terrible.
Yeah.
Brom get blown up, honestly.
Yeah, just rotten.
Think you're so
And they are just
smart.
going in there to read a lot of scrolls.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
They do get to read those scrolls.
They do read a
Yeah,
whole
they
lot of scrolls.
get the information they want and they get out fine, which is good. But you know,
Could've been
I
more
just
fun.
feel like the fucking guards just being like, oh, well, I guess if the door's locked, everything's fine, be on your way.
yeah, and not if you needed to get something from your office, why were you in here for 40 minutes?
Yeah. What do you mean you got lost? That your office is in this building?
What do you mean you got lost? Your office is there, next
like
door
next
to this
door.
room. Yeah, it is a little bit
Eragon
convenient.
jumps in celebration as soon as they leave.
He's like Mario jumping Wahoo.
Woohoo! It's so funny.
And From's like, fucking cut that out right now.
We are going to get caught.
When he's talking to Solemnbum, there's a line, it sounded like Solemnbum. So that's confirmation that Thoughtspeak has, like, tone, and, like, you can tell who it is. So why the fuck did he think it was Saphira?
Stupid.
Maybe they've got similar voices. Similar thought voices.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's fun.
Solomon was putting on a voice.
Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe when Solemnbum's not in boy mode.
Yeah, maybe cat mode has a different voice.
Yeah, it's all dragony.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed with calling it boy mode.
Boy mode.
I'm going, guys, watch out. I'm going boy mode. Yeah, no, I don't. Just Eragon. Well, he gets a little smarter in these chapters.
Yeah, he kind of has a big brain genius moment once they get back to the house.
Yeah,
And no one acknowledges his...
yeah.
No one gives him a little gold star. Like...
No one ever encourages him. He's doing so well.
He's
No
doing
one
so well.
has even put together a sticker chart for him.
Unbelievable.
You're teaching him to read and there's no sticker chart.
How is he
For
supposed
real?
to be motivated at all?
It's shocking.
Alright, so we hear more about the geography.
Yeah, they just explain the map for
Yeah.
like 3 pages. It's fine.
And we've already done that ourselves in our own time, so...
Well, I gotta say, them describing the map made me think about cities I've never paid any attention to.
No,
I don't think
yeah.
they ever come up, like, at all. But, like, Costa, I had never thought about. I see him now. See it down there.
Dress Leona's relevant. Arrows and Velatona, never.
No.
But I think they go to Bellatona at some point.
Yeah.
It's in my head. Bellatona's in my head pretty
It does.
strong.
They do say it's closer to Dress Leona.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember really. But yeah, no, there's a lot of towns here that they never ever go to.
We've said this before, but like I'm not the map person when I'm reading, so when I see a location name, it just blanks out. Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
over here. Oh wow, cool location. name.
Well, cool. I hope we go back there and it's relevant, because otherwise I'm not remembering that
Yeah.
one.
I think it's really funny that Serta seceded from the Empire when the riders fell. Like, Galbortrix just let them secede and create
They're
a
like
new
right there.
country.
He's just
Like, what do you mean he let them do that?
Okay.
Kind of weird, but sure.
I guess it is kind of just a wasteland down there.
Yeah, I think they don't have
Maybe.
any good, like, fields or anything.
There's just a town called Lithgow down there. Like the real town
Is it
Lithgow.
a real town?
There's also one called Petrovia.
Your
I think Petrovia might be a real place. It sounds like it could
Yeah.
your influences are getting kind of mixed up here. I really like that Eragon hasn't told Brom about Solemnbum at all.
be. Oh, yeah.
Just like he's being fed so much secrecy all the time, and he's like, "Fine, I guess I won't tell you."
Yes, I'll keep a secret.
It's very cute. Brom's like, yes, the Dark Gates about Halgrind, and does not elaborate.
Yeah, and then later he's
Eragon
like, what
asked,
is
like-
Halgrind? And it's like, you'll find out.
Why doesn't he tell
You
you?
should
It's
probably.
a big rock. Why don't you tell
It's a big
him?
fucking
It's a
rock.
mountain. Like, you could have just said it's a scary
Why
mountain.
are you keeping so many secrets?
Yeah, it's a
Ooh.
scary rock formation.
That one's not even information that needs to be kept from
No.
It's,
Big fucking rock.
it's an evil rock with a cult in it. Like, just tell
Yeah.
it.
Just like the
I think
maps.
it's so
have it.
funny as well that Eragon's like, oh, down there are the Boa Mountains. I've heard that they're like 10 times the size of the spine, but I don't believe that. There's
think that's
no
a lie.
way they're
There's no.
bigger than the
The spine's
spine.
so
Nothing's
fucking
bigger
big.
than the
And when
spine.
you look at the map and you're like, oh,
They are-
Eragon,
Hold
they're
on,
pretty
they are
big.
I also we get a lot of like very small like world building tidbits here, but the kind of not like, I guess revelation that like humans live on the edge of Dualenvarden is really crazy.
You
Oh,
go
yeah.
in and get nuts.
Did people not know that the elves live in there?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I think the elves live kind of far in.
They live pretty far in, yeah.
And I guess you go insane or die if you go in. Maybe that's what happens. They kidnap all of them when they come in.
Stop
Like,
coming
you've
to our
gone
forest.
to-
Stop
gaslight
coming
them.
to our forest.
You're too far into the forest. You can't go back.
Just casting like hypnotic pattern on them. Yeah, I get that's the whole chapter basically.
Yeah.
Fuck all happens.
They find out that it is Drasleona by doing some merchant tracking magic, which is
Eragon's
kind of cool.
really smart here.
Yeah.
he just swings wildly between being the stupidest guy who's ever lived and having, like, huge, like,
Yeah.
putting the dots
No,
together
I gotta say, I
revelations.
think that maybe he was born to be a merchant.
Yeah.
Because all of
Yeah.
his huge putting it together stuff is about merchant and trade planning. And trade routes and plans and stuff.
Eragon as a merchant.
So I think that in
Oh,
a different life he could have become a great merchant.
It would have been so good.
He could have had a big country house next to Jode.
It would have been
I suppose they're not
beautiful.
country houses, they're big like row houses in a city. But you know, he could have had a manor next to Jode's manor.
Yeah.
I think he would have just lived in, like, that. What's that? QAnon?
Yeah.
Maybe Gilead, even?
QAnon.
Not QAnon.
Eragon would never.
Well, he's not very smart.
Brom
He might
would.
fall
Well,
to-
well, the problem is that
Brom's cute.
the problem is that the if we can call it government in this situation
They
is
actually are
horribly
like-
corrupt and lying to everyone.
The government is, like, eating people.
Yeah, so the government is sacrificing people over oil to make epic voice.
The government is sending Urgle death squads.
Yeah.
There is a point,
Unfortunately.
actually.
But Eragon only cares about taxes because he's
Yeah.
a born merchant.
Yeah,
I believe
this
it.
is
It's
making
good.
a lot
It's
of
really
sense.
good.
Yeah. He also doesn't give a fuck about the rebellion, like, at all.
Yeah, like he's got no political
Like,
intrigue.
I don't really care about the rebellion or the war, I guess.
He's like-
But
He's
they
He's
do
just
want
like,
me
I've got
there.
nothing to do with either side of this. Why does it matter? And it's like, Eragon, come on.
Liberation of the people, Eragon. Look around you, bro.
He barely even cares that it does affect him directly. Like, indirect effects have not, like, slide right off his brain. He barely cares that they're trying to get him in particular.
Yeah.
Like, what do they want with me? It's dog. You have a
You're a
dragon.
dragon. He's like, oh, am I really that interesting?
Yes.
Wait, you mean they might, like, want me to do something?
Oh.
I don't know.
We are
What if
talking
I
quite
say
a lot
no?
about costly
Yeah, we're
mistake.
moving into a costly mistake.
We've skirted right. Well, nothing happens really in Thieves in the Castle. It is really just them talking about locations.
And I think
for
it's cool.
3 or
It's
4
cool.
pages. It's good to read, but
It's good to read, but it's not good to
talk
describe now.
Yeah.
Alright, we open with the first lines of a costly mistake where I don't know what's going on here, Brom.
I am ready to kill this old man. I can't believe he does this to her.
This is so evil.
It's so rude. It's
so
just
rude.
so rude. Like, she should have, the second he turned around, she should have king hit him in the back of the head and killed him. Like,
Yeah, she should have gone inside, got the fire poker, and come back.
torn him apart with her bare hands. I can't believe. Does someone want to read what he fucking says to her?
I can't do it. I'm so
Alright.
mad.
Alright. He bowed his white head and then turned to Helen. Thank you for your hospitality. It was most gracious. Her face reddened. Eragon thought she was going to slap him. Brom continued, unperturbed. You have a good husband. Take care of him. There are few men as brave and as determined as he is, but even he cannot weather difficult times without support from those he loves. He bowed again and said gently, only a suggestion, dear lady.
Kill yourself now.
Yeah.
Now!
Any situation where you say something and then go, oh, but like I'm only making a suggestion.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
How dare you?
And so far in the
Eragon
wrong.
watched as indignation and hurt crossed Helen's face. Her eyes flashed as she shut the door brusquely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that she doesn't say anything, she has the most self-control of any
I
living
know.
person.
Incredible.
This fucking old man comes in and he's like stealing your husband or whatever.
They'll never tell you what Brom did to Joe.
This is Brom's MO. This is exactly what Brom does. And later when he says like, oh, well, you see, there were various personal grievances between me and Morzan. Like, yeah, there sure was. Brom's a serial homewrecker, and he's coming in being like, you know, I think that you should take better care of your husband because what if you lose him? It's like, what to you?
What do you mean? What if I lose him? I didn't even. It didn't even cross my mind before you showed up. He's such a cunt. I hate him.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Helen literally didn't do anything.
All she did was be a little bit mad at her husband.
Because he invited some randoms to live in their house for 3 weeks.
And they're already losing money.
And they're in a bad financial situation.
Get off your phone.
It's Dad's calling.
Oh, get on your phone. Should we pause?
Should be right.
Okay. Sorry, my daddy's calling me.
Get on the podcast.
Go, bro.
You ever want to guest on our podcast? You have any thoughts about Brom?
Yeah, it's shocking. She also, I don't think she says a single word.
I'm not sure that she has. Well, when she answered the door,
She has like
she
off-screen
said something.
conversation with Eragon.
Yeah, I was so certain that she had way more screen time, but
I feel like she must in later books or something.
she
because
has to, right? I remember so much more about Jode's house. But I think it might be that Roran shows up with his wife.
Yeah.
Because men and women can't talk to each other.
It might be.
And it might be that his wife and Helen have...
Or does he have...
Oh, yeah.
No, because when he and the whole town go on their great journey, they do go to Jode. Like, somehow they get, like...
Yeah, they do manage to get
noticed.
to Jode.
But they're Katrina's been kidnapped or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
she's
a
even
rescue
with
mission.
him. So I think he's, like, allowed to talk to a woman because he's betrothed, but she's not actually there, so she can't talk.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I've got it. Okay, locked down. But yeah, no, fuck Brom. Fuck Jode for not standing up for his wife.
Yeah.
Fuck Rom.
Just, like...
I can't believe that Jode is just like...
I don't know, Brom goes in
Yeah,
there
my
like...
buddy can say this.
Brom goes in like, Jode still loves you, and Jode's probably standing behind him like,
I don't. I really don't. Weird, this is a loveless marriage. This is a marriage of convenience. Like, I married my biggest investor's daughter.
It's bad.
She should kill him. I can't believe it. That is... We've been talking about that for so long. It's the first, like, half
It's
of
really
the first
short,
page. It's
yeah.
very short.
But it's egregious.
It's kind of
insanity.
huge.
Eragon learned from this. Treat women better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brom does not drink respect women juice.
No.
Like at all. He doesn't drink respect men juice either.
He
but
doesn't
like
drink respect juice.
He's just...
We hate Brom so much.
I don't even have words for how fucking mad I am about this guy. And then later, he's like... gets asked a direct question about... we've been over the Halgren stuff, but he's such a bad teacher and doesn't encourage curiosity at all. Why not? It's a mountain, you know?
yeah, like
What's the point of keeping, like... I've got a little secret over you, and
you
it's
have
a
to wait
mountain.
weeks to find out what this is, and then you don't get there. It's like, oh, it's a rock.
That's a big rock.
I see.
Cool.
Cool,
It's a
cool
scary
rock.
rock.
Okay, so we're
We're being mysterious over a cool rock.
Yeah, so you were keeping this from me because, alright. Like,
Yeah. Alright, so I'm glad that Eragon does stand up for himself and say, I need to talk to you, Brom,
Yeah.
now.
yeah, stop lying to me.
Yeah.
because didn't he like as they were approaching Teirm, he's like, I really need to confront Brom.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll wait till we leave the city because kind of things are kind of popping off a little bit. So he's just been sitting there like eavesdropping and getting more information. Like,
It's all coming together.
yeah.
I'm so mad that he got eavesdropped on. Or maybe if you just told him things, this wouldn't have happened
Yeah,
to you.
maybe if
Yeah.
you told him the information that he deserves to know anyway.
Brom's like, I'm not sure if he has ever eavesdropped. He
Yeah, he
eavesdropped
eavesdropped all
on
the time.
guys' minds before.
Yeah.
How would you like it?
And it was just
Biggest
kind of
hypocrite
like
in the
I was
West.
just thinking, I'm not sure he's even eavesdropped very much in this book, but he's the kind of he's the type to do it.
Yeah.
He has
But
done
he
it, yeah.
literally he's not only eavesdropped, he's mind eavesdropped, which he described as being incredibly evil.
Yeah, the
Bro,
biggest
it's the evilest thing you
violation.
can do. Zoom, zoom.
What do you mean? I was eavesdropping on that guy's mind the whole time.
I think he's doing it in every conversation he's having.
The worst
Yeah.
thing you could ever do. Why didn't you do it?
Yeah, I think he's
Except if
eavesdropping
you're
on
me.
Helen and finding the most like the little points to
Yeah.
jab at.
Hurting her the most.
Hates women. Unbelievable. Fuck
Oh,
Brom.
but he kinda knew Celine.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, he kind
Oh,
of
yeah, kinda.
knew her.
Oh, I
a
know
little.
Kinda
enough to
knew
miss
her.
her.
Yeah.
They were acquainted, and there was like a personal grievance between him and Morzan, but
Wonder what it was all
it wasn't like a big deal. We don't need to go into it.
private. Whatever. His little flat with Saphira is really cute and fun. Why is he riding bareback after what happened to him, and how is it not hurting him?
He got stronger.
My legs got bigger. I guess he's just got these crazy, like, calluses on the inside of his
Yeah.
legs.
So her scales maybe got less rough.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, she's probably grown a bit bigger. Maybe it's just because the scales are a bit bigger now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
It's a bit less like edges.
Less like sandpaper.
But like, guys, you could have taken 5 minutes to put the saddle on.
Yeah.
Why isn't it on anyway? Where is it? Like,
Yeah.
Like, where is
well,
it being
no, it's
stored?
because they're
She
making
doesn't
the
have it.
horses carry it, if she could carry it. They discussed this right when they made it.
Oh, yeah.
It's so conspicuous. Hey guys, why you got that giant saddle on your normal sized
On your
horse?
normal horse.
What's
Yeah,
that?
like hanging off the back of your horse.
What are you guys gonna do with that?
What's the deal with that? It's like, why she can just wear it. It's not even. It's like not even as like big as like a vest or anything. It's like a little harness.
It's
Yeah.
a backpack.
It'd be just like on her neck.
She has so much shit she could be carrying, and she
Yeah.
just doesn't. I guess it might be
They
a
don't
little
need to carry
constrictive.
much more, but like she could just be wearing that. They seem to make it so she could move easily.
I guess maybe she's a prideful dragon.
Yeah, I'm not wearing your
yeah.
stupid little shirt.
I don't need it.
I
Fuck
won't
you.
sparkle as beautifully if I'm wearing a shirt.
You're obscuring 5 of my scales. I'm gonna kill
Yeah,
you.
I will not wear this leather necklace.
I'll only wear it if I have to.
And
I'll only wear it if I can put you in it.
Alright, so we get a
And you
revelation
must wear
here.
a sparkly robe.
She also does a really dangerous move, and after that, Eragon's
Like-
like, haha, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hold on, and she goes,
Like-
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, well, he just lets go as well. Like, he was, like, you know, koala'd on there, and then he lets go with his arms. It's like, oh, I wasn't sure if I could hang on with just my legs. Why did you do that? What if you couldn't?
What if she
Bro,
dropped him?
if I drop you, we both die instantly.
It's fucking over.
That would be the worst
Yeah.
and most embarrassing way for a dragon rider to go. You fall off and your dragon doesn't catch you in time and just keels over.
Yeah, like right on top of you. Maybe he spent the entire time doing, like, leg abductions.
Yeah.
He's gotten really good at gripping.
He's got giant thighs.
He's got... Yeah, that's like,
Yeah, it's part of
like
his
on the
training.
glute, like...
Huge.
He's got huge
Let's
glutes.
discuss. Does Eragon have a dump truck?
Oh, straight up. It's part of the elven heritage.
You get to do elder Varden and all the elves are just like... Oh god. And for what reason?
They got new words for that too.
Don't say it in the English language, something really crazy will happen to you. Yeah, and then he has to ask her if she minds if he rides cat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, very funny.
I guess,
I
but
guess.
only if you're getting information from Brom.
Tell me all the information you get from that old man.
Yeah, what was your revelation?
Oh, moving on to like the discussion about the secrets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which,
so
I guess if you're reading it for the first time, this was probably pretty like, whoa, cool stuff.
yeah.
But this is stuff we all already knew.
And in hindsight, it's like you should have known about this from the start.
Yeah,
Actually,
Eragon's kind of having this conversation and going, oh, I really should have picked up on that. Like, I really should have picked up on that, like, the whole
Yeah.
time.
like the Varden and the Empire are in a huge, gigantic secret war centered around you specifically. And he's just like, huh, where?
We are, I would say,
We're halfway
almost
through.
halfway through the book.
Yeah.
No, see where the
We're
movie
almost halfway.
pictures
Oh,
are?
yeah. We got a
That's
few
halfway.
more chapters.
Yeah, we've got like 50 pages left till we're halfway. Ooh, wait a minute. I've just flicked to the place where the movie page and the, like, page
Oh,
and
it's
done
exactly
some-
half.
It's exactly half, and it's done something really evil to the actual paper.
Yeah. There's Brom says that he just lies flat out.
Yeah, I lied to you.
I lied about the dragon.
Yeah.
Brom said flatly. Yeah,
You lied
I lied
about that.
I lied about it, several things,
I lie all the time. But it's fun and I like it.
and I'll continue doing it.
He's kind of real for
Yeah.
that
so
one.
what? At least he's honest about one thing, that he's a liar.
I love
I
lying.
love lying.
It's fun to trick you.
I love Eragon being like, you know what, I've thought about it a little bit. And it's kind of suspicious that you were in Carver Hall, and I was in Carver Hall, and I got a dragon egg. And you know about dragons.
Yes, buddy.
Yeah, it was kind of suspicious.
It was pretty convenient.
And like also like you know about the Razak, and no one knows about the and you know about.
He's like piecing it together in real time.
Like,
Hey,
as
you
he's
knew about
saying
everything that
it.
just happened in the book.
It was really weird that.
And like you're connected to the Varden, and the Varden stole a dragon egg, and you were there.
So like maybe
And I got the egg,
and it got teleported to the place that you were. And
It really is just all coming together. It's great.
figuring it all
I
out.
pieced it together. You pieced together shit.
I love this for you.
We are so far through the book, and he's finally like, wait a minute.
It's like he's looking at a
going
painting,
on.
and he's like, "I've put the puzzle together," and it's like, "No, it was just already put together."
It was all right in front of you. He's not cooking shit.
Was he cooking? What did he know?
I like that Brom is saying, like, well, you don't have to go to the Varden. The Resistance isn't the only good place.
Where else? I guess.
But the other
elves?
places like going to the Empire, right?
Yeah, well, I guess the elves aren't really part of the Varden. They're helping
No.
a bit, but they aren't. So, like, I guess he could go there and do nothing
Yeah.
and be useless.
No, but when he was eavesdropping on Brom and Jode, Brom was like, fucking elf bitch will be on him," basically. Whatever her name is, Queen Islandi or whatever.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even care for her either.
Maybe the good place
He
is
doesn't
just
care
hanging
for-
out with Brom forever.
Yeah, he doesn't care for the elves. He doesn't care for the dwarves. He doesn't care for the Varden. He doesn't care for the
Yeah,
Empire.
Brom's like, what if you hung out with me and we took over the world?
Is Brom racist? Is he fantasy
Yeah.
racist?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's
Yeah,
an old man.
why not? I do think that this chapter is really good in setting up that there are two potential other dragon riders
Yeah.
like coming, which is like good stakes and kind of like just good to keep in the back of your mind. And also like
I mean, having all the lore in here is like set up for almost the rest of the series
rest
anyway.
of the
so.
rest of the series definitely.
And rest of the book as well.
Rest of the book. I'm so excited for this book to get properly interesting.
That's cool. It's happening real soon.
It's happening soon. It's happening really soon, I promise. Saphira's so mad about having been owned by the king.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I can't fucking believe he had my egg and we need to kill him now.
Yeah. She's right.
Yeah, did you know my mom?
Oh,
Yeah. I love him asking questions about werecats, and Brom's like, that's come out of nowhere, and he's just like, goes for his classic excuse of, oh yeah, I heard someone talking about them.
who's talking about werecats?
No,
Just like someone in TM, I heard them talking about werecats.
just like on the street. It was
But
fine.
like, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
they real?
surprised Rob
Can I do
didn't go
magic?
like, who, where?
You need to tell me the name, the
We're
date,
turning
the
around
place.
right now.
We're going back to term.
Well, has he met Angela before?
Brom?
Yeah.
I don't think so, not personally.
Oh,
No, I
right.
don't
She
think
just
so.
knows
She
about
knows
him and
about
planning
him.
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's maybe he should have been a little bit polite and gone into the store.
Yeah, and then he would have found out
I
his
think that some
great
of them would
future.
have ignored him.
Someone
Yeah.
would have killed him with psychic blasts.
I don't think that some of them would come out of his little kitty cat corner
No.
and said hi to Brom.
No, I do think it's so fun that Eragon made a friend.
Yeah.
Went to Teirm, made friends with the cat boy, left.
Oh, he does ask in the other chapter, like, hey, wait, Solomon, before you go, what did you mean about the riddle? He's like, I said what I said.
Figure it out.
Oh, I said exactly what I mean.
We can't give this guy a riddle. Come
He's
on.
never gonna figure that shit out.
It's gonna be 3 books until he's like, wait a minute.
He couldn't even read yet.
No. I know it's the thing is I've got a great memory of him figuring out
does
part
figure
of
it
that
out.
riddle. And him and Saphira both are fumbling it so badly. They do it like the worst anyone's ever done it.
I do like it when Saphira is also kind of a moron.
They're sitting there like a D&D party in front of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Ages 4+.
They're just kind of like sitting there like sweating like, what if we brute force this? It's like, guys.
Surely if we cast enough spells at it, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems to be. Eragon loves the concept of doing that.
You are so stupid.
Casting the biggest spell he possibly can.
Well, before that, let's talk about Eragon breaking his arm.
Yeah, he just falls
Yeah.
over in a stream.
Yeah, well, he
slips
sees
on
some
moss.
cracks. He sees a print. He jumps over, he falls on moss, he grabs a branch, the branch breaks, and he thrusts out his hand, and he breaks his arm.
This is just like that children's nursery rhyme. When the bough breaks, the baby will fall. Yes. Man.
He screams, and Saphira's like, "Ah!
What happened? I'll kill everyone."
I'll destroy this fucking forest against you."
I love when she sends him a picture. She sends him a gif of her busting through the forest.
I imagine it's like 10 frames in total,
Yeah.
like 5 FPS, like.
It's like a story. It's like an animation storyboard of her busting down trees to get
Yeah,
to
I think
him.
it loops as well.
Yeah, no, that was. I love when she sends him gifts. It's so fun. Yeah, I guess like why are the Urgles?
Why are the Urgles here?
Maybe they've just been following them, or like knew they were in Teirm and were waiting for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, they're like they had to go through the spine to get here.
They
so
travelled a long way to get here.
They are either there's like the nation is teeming with Urgles, or like they are not being as secretive as they thought they were, and have been completely followed like all the way from Uazak and that other town.
Well, it could be like a different Urgle hit squad from a different direction.
Yeah.
It's like in Fallout New Vegas when you're like you piss off the Legion enough, or like the NCR, and when you fast travel to any location, a hit squad spawns in and starts attacking you. This is just what happened to them.
And there's like 12 of them.
Yeah,
there's 12 of them here.
It's quite a few. They're pretty big guys. The fact that they don't just leave when a full-grown, actually not full-grown, but like a big fucking dragon shows up.
Oh, yeah.
They are.
That's crazy.
They are like so certain that
They
they can
are
kill
balls
this
of
guy.
steel.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like whatever. We're Urgles. You're nothing.
It's like, whatever, there's
Yeah.
12 of us and there's 3 of you.
12 of us and there's 2 of you. Brom's sprinted away with the horses already.
I love the idea, because Saphira like covers Brom up when Eragon's like, "There's Urgles, keep him safe," and I think that she's decided not to speak. They're not speaking anymore because she doesn't tell him why she's doing it.
He's just in there fuming.
Yeah, he's like Eragon, get this crazy bitch to let go of me because he doesn't respect women. And she just hasn't been talking to him like at all. It's like, you didn't tell him? Like, no.
I'm keeping a secret from you.
Yeah, I guess like I'm kind of scared. I was really scared for Kadok, I'll be honest. When he
Yeah.
lived in there, I was like, "There's no way Brom is taking this horse with him," but he did. Thank
Apparently
God.
he did take...
I like that the
okay,
Urgles
that-
have hunting horns.
Yes,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's,
Cool
that's
touch.
scary.
I know.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, also on the topic of Kadok, when they're leaving Tim and he sends his little brain blast to be like, "Saphira, I love you, come down." It's so loud that Kadok's like flicking his ears like, ugh.
Fuck off.
Shut up, like, I'm hearing your phone conversation from the other room. Can you shut up?
You're so cringe.
I get that you like her more than me. It's fine. Yeah, like the hunting horn thing is really cool. Like I think the original purpose of those was literally to freak animals out and flush them out of the brush.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Because they run right into their trap. And yeah, I, like all this shit about our master wants to see you. It's like it's a good fake out of like, is there another third scary guy? And also like, just it's good setup.
It's
I
good.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eragon, why did you think you could cast that spell?
I know, he's so stupid.
He overcommitted because like he'd already started building up the spell when he saw them, and he
Yeah.
had to let go of it, I guess. You could have thrown that any other way.
Fully. And like you could have just attacked like 2 or 3 of them to try
Yeah.
and intimidate them, but he hits 12
Full
full-grown
12.
Urgles
with push.
with the push blast, which like why didn't you just do brain aneurysm spell?
He doesn't know that yet. Brom hasn't told him.
No, yeah, Brom's cannot teach him that. What if this teenager gets mad at me and kills me? No, he like fully nearly dies. He should have.
He doesn't even kill them, he just knocks them over, and then Saphira kills like a couple of them and flies away.
Oh yeah, Saphira rips one in half. It's great.
It's dope. I wish she could breathe fire. She would have completely obliterated them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's so excited.
It's
Exciting when she
great.
gets that.
Yeah, I think she could have killed all of them, frankly, but she
But it
just
was
kinda
more
wanted
important to
there.
get him out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like super unconscious and passes away. I mean, out.
Passes out.
He doesn't pass away.
It's over.
He maybe should have, but he didn't. But yeah,
They
that's
haven't even
Alright.
learned how to share their energy yet. That could have just ended him.
it is good when they learn how to do that because he
It's
can do the
pretty
craziest spells ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool
He does
when they
love
get
this-
more powerful.
He loves this one
his push
spell.
Yeah, he is.
Like, you perfected that with a rock. Why didn't you push a rock at them?
Yeah.
Propel a rock at them.
You have it's gun. You have
It's
a gun.
gun spell.
Hit them with a gun.
Yeah. They're not ready for it.
That is the problem. Is he's not as super creative thinker, and so this magic system works best if you are an incredibly creative thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, fuck, I need to push these guys over.
So
I guess I
I
will
will
push
push.
them over with like as much energy as I have in my body. And it just, a smarter man would have done a better job.
Yeah. I just love every time he does the rock thing because it makes me think of a really funny scene from Animorphs from the Andalite Chronicles where it's Vissa 3 right after he's gotten his Andalite morph. So like the only aliens that the Yerks have experienced basically are the Gid, which are like little monkey guys who are a bit like stumbling or whatever. The Taxons, who are big centipedes. I think they have they have Hawkvigia now by then as well, which are like big lizard monster things.
Yeah.
And this little human girl throws a rock at him, and she doesn't. Yeah, she throws a rock at him. She like softball serves a stone at him, and he's like, "You propelled a rock at me," and he's never seen anyone throw
anything.
Yeah, no, he's
Propel.
yeah, because Andalites have really weak arms as well. They don't throw either.
Nobody but us has got projectiles.
None of them.
baby.
He's never experienced an alien that can throw before.
Oh
She
my
throws
God.
a big stone at him and hits him.
Wait till he sees those like spear throwers that people were inventing like 100,000 years ago. He'll freak the fuck out.
Humans have always excelled with ranged weapons.
We are so good at throwing
Love
shit.
to propel a rock.
Hell yes.
Alright, do
Alright.
we have anything else?
No, I think I've been through what I've written down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm on summary next week.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got Vision of Perfection.
Ooh, he's going to dream about Arya again.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Woman.
have we got? Vision of Perfection, Master of the Blade, and the Mire of Drasleona.
Ooh.
It's not a lot of pages. I think 12. I can't do maths. Yeah, maybe 12.
No, it's 16.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. But yeah, that's us. I guess they finally get to Drasleona.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
And it's horrible from the sounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
You
remember
don't describe
Drasleona-
things as a Maya if they're nice.
I think I remember Drasleona being a
It is
really
really
awful
horrible.
city.
Things get really bad.
Yeah, it's nasty. And
Exciting
everybody
stuff.
there is a sick freak.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited. I want them to get to Helgren so bad. I remember that being sick as fuck.
Yeah, well, the set of chapters after that has worshippers of Helgrund in it.
Yeah.
Yay!
In
Yeah,
2 episodes.
that image of like that whole chapter I was like really burned into my mind as a kid. It was like, holy shit, this is actually really scary. Wait a second. Reading that as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Ooh. Alright. Okay, we're done. Sweet.
Thanks for listening.
Swaggy.
Listening, and we will see you next week. Yahoo!